All right, so this is a brief tutorial on how to use this group maker tool that I made for our new Synergy gradebook. Here is the link. So it's the Academy of Biotech's website. It's where I host everything, and then groupmaker.html. Part 1 I can't do right now in this video. I didn't realize we weren't going to have access to the practice Synergy course anymore. And we can't post grades yet, so I wasn't able to do this part yet. Part 2, however, we can do because I did have an example grade sheet I'm going to show you in a minute. So basically what you're going to do when you want to make groups based on student performance or student grades or other types of things, what you'll do is you'll export your grade sheet, you'll convert it to a CSV, and then you'll import it. So what I want to do first is I'm going to show you this example of a grade sheet export. So much like with our old gradebook, Pinnacle gradebook system, there's the first axis. These aren't all real names. That's why I'm okay with having these in here. These are all fake names. And their grades, overall grade. These are the 2 assignments that were in the practice gradebook. Then this is Synergy. This was the first assignment with Synergy training, and the second one was this NFG additional data. And what you can see is on this first assignment, the top score that anyone got was a 10. The lowest is a 4. On the second assignment, the lowest anyone got was a 1. The highest was a 20. This first assignment was out of 10 points, and this second assignment, it was technically empty when I filled in these spots. So it looks like that was out of 1. So I guess a lot of these people got illegal extra credit. All right, so we are going to import that. We're going to go to this link, which I have up here. See, nwhsaob.com/groupmaker. I'll refresh it just to prove that we're actually there. And you click choose file. Click on your export. Boom. All right, so see how these 2 assignments that I said were in there are populated into this list. Now you don't have to worry. None of these data are uploaded to the website actually or anything. It's literally just parsing that spreadsheet to get the information that's showing you live. None of it's being stored, so we don't have any privacy concerns. So I'm going to click on Synergy Training, so that first assignment, click Submit. And so sure enough, remember from our grade sheet, I said our lowest score had been 4 and the highest score had been 10. So it populates this bar between the lowest anyone performed and the highest. Then all the students who scored below your lower bar, your lower spot here, will be in this bottom grouping. Anyone who's in the middle of our 2 switches are in this blue section. Anyone who's above are in this green section. And notice if I move the switch over, if I move the dial over, it changes who's in which section. So if I really wanted to make them super balanced, I can move these over and I could see that now there's 11 in here. But frankly, if I want to see the students who really didn't get it, they got a 50% or below, to be in this bottom section, I want to have those really diffuse. I want to have the kids who seem to solidly get it, so your B's and up. And then our D's and C's are in here. Granted, there might be a little bit of the upper E. And here, let's do it here. So it's really the people who are in 60% to 80%, more or less, are going to be in this middle category. But again, you can choose where you want those cutoffs. So you click Submit. This next part, how frustrating is it when you plan out your groups ahead of time, and then when class starts, you realize that 3 of the kids in one of your groups are absent, and so now there's only 1 kid in that group, and so your groups are all lopsided. So we want to be able to avoid that. So let's say, for example, that Alan Collins isn't here today, so I can search there and click there. Boom. See how that faded out? Now he's absent. Similarly, let's say Karen Zello's absent. And then when I look at this whole thing, you can see Alan's absent, Karen's absent. You can also just scroll through and be like, all right, Quinn's absent too. All right, those are my 3 people that are absent today. All right, next up, we can either group them by how many groups. So these are for you teachers who do everything by station. You've got 7 stations in your classroom. You might want to group them by how many groups you plan to have. Or let's say it's all about how many people are in each group. Like you want to make sure that you're doing a lab and you only have like 2 sets of gloves at every station or for each group. So you want each group to be only 2 people. That's what you would do here. So you can do either method of grouping. I'm going to do stations. So I'm going to say, let's say we have 7 stations. All right. So it dealt them out. See how we've got more or less evenly spread out by our different performances. Now this is really useful because let's say you're preparing for a quiz and you want to group people by for each different quiz review question by how they performed on something. You want to make sure that there's people who really got it in each group, people who are kind of getting it, and people who really need help to get them there and to help them practice that skill and find strategies from other people. And so this is the heterogeneous grouping method. And so that's the whole purpose of this app here, is to group them heterogeneously. Now here's the thing, again, as teachers, this is the problem when we automate anything. I happen to know that Karen Sunshine and Ellen Nolan do not get along, and they won't ever be able to work together in a group. So I'm going to take Karen. And one of the things I note is that all the other people who lit up were ones who had the same performance level or skill level based on that assessment. So I'm going to swap Karen Sunshine with Helen Edwards. Boom. That's all it took. It just clicked. So, for example, if I want to switch Luis with Nancy, it's that easy. It takes 2 seconds. All right. Similarly, let's say my station. So my classroom, my stations are 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, and 4. Those are my station names. So you can change your group namings. Now, you don't want the students to know how they were grouped. So first of all, they've already been shuffled. Like they're not in rank order here. But the color could give something away. You don't want them to feel self-conscious. The grouping is helpful for their education, but it could be very unhelpful if they start to think that they could see what each other have performed based on these. So you click Finalize Groups, and now everything is really nicely plainly colored. And if you zoom out by pressing Control and scrolling, you can get everything into these nice all-in-one page, which should be pretty great. And there we have a group. Now I'm going to quickly do this one more time just to show you how easy it is. I'm going to use my other assignment, and I'm going to group them again and do this the same thing. The idea being we're reviewing a separate topic. But this time I won't talk, so you'll see how quick this can be. So right now I see our runtime we're at 7 minutes and 37 seconds. Let's see how quick it takes. All right, so now it's 8:12. I don't remember what I said the first time, but I think that was about 20 to 30 seconds. So that is the Group Maker. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Put my email here. I'd be happy to help you out. I hope you get to use it and get a lot of I hope it's good for your classes. Have a nice one.